Supreme Court rejects Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell's appeal of her criminal conviction. Why? Why would they think that oh man, the details of this are just completely baffling to me. So got quite a few people reporting on this. You've got 381 articles reporting. You have distribution that's pretty much right down the center, 20% from the right, 26% from the left, and 54% from the center. 88% of the sources are high factuality or above. I have my source pulled from Politico, which is second on our factuality list, and it's got a very high factuality. It does lean left. So with that bias pointed out, let's go ahead and get into the article. So the Supreme Court has turned aside Ghislaine Maxwell's appeal of her sex trafficking conviction for hiring underage girls to engage in sex with the late financier Jeffrey Epstein. The High Court's action, issued Monday without comment or noted dissent from justices, leaves a potential pardon from President Donald Trump as the only obvious path for Maxwell to avoid serving the 20-year prison sentence a judge imposed on her in 2022 following her conviction at a jury trial in New York. Maxwell's attorney has said that she will seek clemency from Trump, who has expressed frustration with nagging questions about his relationship with Epstein and with a continuing fervor over top Trump's appointee's reversal of prior vows to disclose detailed records of the federal government's investigation into Epstein. In an effort to quell that uproar, the Justice Department's number 2 official Todd Blanche in July interviewed Maxwell over the course of 2 days. In the interview, Maxwell not only denied procuring girls for Epstein, but proclaimed that she never saw any man doing something inappropriate with a woman of any age, a statement that contradicted both what the Justice Department officials have concluded and voluminous evidence presented at her criminal trial and in numerous civil cases. Maxwell also sought to specify to exonerate Trump, saying she never witnessed the president in any inappropriate settings. Sure, she didn't. 1 week after the interview, Maxwell was transferred to a less restrictive minimum security federal prison camp in Texas, a move inconsistent with the typical Bureau of Prisons policy for a convicted sex offender. A move inconsistent with typical Bureau of Prisons policies for a convicted sex offender. I just want to say that again. We are, of course, deeply disappointed that the Supreme Court denied to hear Ghislaine Maxwell's case, her lawyer David Oscar Marcus said Monday, but this fight isn't over. Serious legal and factual issues remain, and we will continue to pursue every avenue available to ensure that justice is done. Maxwell's lawyers argued that the High Court that indicted her in 2020 violated a non-prosecution agreement with Epstein, a non-prosecution agreement Epstein signed with federal prosecutors in 2007 in exchange for his guilty plea to the state charges. That agreement contained an unusual provision in which federal prosecutors promised not to charge Epstein's potential co-conspirators. Epstein died by suicide in a New York jail cell in 2019 while awaiting trial on federal sex trafficking charges. Sure he did. However, prosecutors have argued that Maxwell has no right to enforce that agreement and that it is bound only to the U.S. Attorney's Office in Florida that negotiated it, not the prosecution team in Manhattan that brought the case against Maxwell in 2020. This is so fucked, and the American people deserve to keep an eye on this and know what's going on. Hey, thanks for watching this clip from Nightly News this morning. If you haven't, make sure that you drop the video a like, subscribe and turn on notifications so that you never miss a video or when we go live on Tuesdays and Fridays.